Hey guys, what is up? Um, don't judge the gun I'm using quite yet. You can judge it after I give my excuses and after I drop shot here. You can judge all you want. But before you start getting angry, I'm going to explain myself a little bit, then all's fair game. So basically, at the time of the recording, I was not enjoying Call of Duty. I was not playing very well. And so I decided to pull this gun out just to try to get back into some sort of rhythm, start playing decent, and that was just kind of my whole thinking and logic behind it. That way I could, start playing better and not use this, use other guns that you guys would enjoy seeing. But fortunately and unfortunately, I got a fairly decent score. I go 50 something and 8, to spoil it for you. But I decided I would go ahead and upload this despite, the AK-74U with the grenade launcher and the RPG, but I did it anyway. And, I was also thinking, this is a 16-minute video, I believe, and that was kind of my other reason I didn't I wouldn't say I didn't want to do it, but something that was definitely holding me back from doing it. I've actually attempted this commentary. This is number 17, so lucky 17. Hopefully it goes all right this time. I'm going to try to do it in parts. Hopefully you guys don't notice when I separate if I end up doing it at all. But now that that's out of the way and I have my excuse out of the way, we can move on. Currently, at the time I'm recording this, something called Call of the Community is going on. And I'm sure if you're subscribed to my channel, then you're probably subscribed to one of the larger channels that is taking place in this, whether it be, CNanners or, one of those guys. There's quite a few of them in it. I think it's like 32 teams or something like that. Pardon my use of the noob tube, but moving on. But in case you didn't know, Call of the Community is an event to raise money for a charity that gamers are doing after a major problem with the community was kind of exposed, and that was the kind of the thinking that people in the community were all basically just kind of thinking for themselves and stuff, and not there wasn't a lot of integration and stuff like that with other channels. It was just starting to turn into every man for himself and almost getting kind of brutal in the process. So in that, some good ended up happening, and this is all the proceeds from it are going to charity. If you're interested, the website's called thecommunity.com. It's actually going on right now as I speak. Banana Man's team is playing right now. Bendro, and I don't know who all's on it, but quite a few people. I didn't get to see who they're playing against, but at the time, CNanners' team was up by a little bit, and but the other team was coming back on them. So it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's all for a good cause. Charity. Hopefully, I upload this before everything's all done with it. But if you're interested in giving to a cause, all the proceeds are going to charity. They've already raised $10,000 is what I heard last from one of the main guys involved in it, and one of the guys that helped set it up. So that's definitely no small feat for the community, and it's not going to a certain a specific person like it was before with the Billionaires Challenge and stuff. So I definitely think that that's a plus and a positive in a way. That the community is all moving forward, and no longer working just for themselves. And I think it's going to make a big change in how everything's done if it continues. Hopefully the new people getting into it are aware of where the community was headed, where it is heading, and it's the new people that are getting into it that play a major difference in it, and hopefully that continues. But some other stuff I was going to talk about. New maps come out for PS3 on the 28th, which I I've got Black Ops on Xbox and PS3, so for the people that don't have PS3, I'm just going to go ahead and ruin the surprise for you. It is, I think, my favorite map pack of any of the Call of Duty games in general. Um, that includes COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, all those had, and including the Black Ops map packs, there were some fairly good maps in there, but I do have to say that I'm enjoying it a lot. The zombies, if you haven't looked up the Easter eggs on it, there's something really cool. The whole focusing stone thing is just so detailed, random, but at the same time, just it's very interesting to watch somebody finally accomplish it. I think the video I watched, I think there were people that had accomplished it first, but the people that I watched had accomplished it by themselves, so they were all pretty excited about that, without outside help. And that's a lot of fun to be able to say that you accomplished something like that without anyone else's help, because some of the stuff on there, there's no way that I think I would have been able to hold at it, just because I would have gotten way too frustrated and just had to look up how to do it. So props to those guys and anyone that's done it. I have yet to do it. If you would like to attempt it, you can always add me on Xbox. Gamer tag on there is gqgk. I'm sorry I had to put an X in front of it, but gqgk was already taken, which is surprised me a lot. I was pretty shocked, and who would have thought that that would have been taken, something that random. But oh well, maybe someone was thinking the same thing I thought. But if you do add me on either console, the only thing I ask is you add in a little message that just says YouTube or something like that, so I know that there's a difference between you and someone else that I was just playing with, or something like that. So I would appreciate that if you did that, if you decide to add me, and if not, then that's okay as well. I won't hold it against you. So moving on, this is my first commentary in a very, very long time, and I promise I have very good reasoning for that. Namely, I've actually been developing some Android applications. I might put a link to it in the description. I mean, I don't want to use my YouTube channel to kind of sell things. I want it to be more of a place for games where people don't necessarily think I'm a sellout and stuff like that. But as Bill Withers said, sold out is the best thing that any store owner could have on their store. So, I guess it's all your perspective on things. If you don't know who Bill Withers is, then you might be fairly young, and I recommend that you listen to something, whether it be Ain't No Sunshine or something like that. Grandma's Hands is another good one. Then again, if you're younger than me, you probably would not be, or at least like any of that stuff. So, if not, you don't have to listen to it. It's all good. Your choice.